I should get one of those thingies. I don't know what they're called. I've been told, but I've forgotten now. Hi, welcome back to my second video. And I'm realizing why I've shot this video I don't know how many times. Like, this is my 15th take, I think. And it's because I didn't pray. The previous one I prayed, and today I didn't pray. So I'm realizing now that that's why this is happening so many times. So I'm going to pray. I don't think I'm ready to pray on camera yet. So I'm going to pray off camera and then I'm going to come back. Okay. Okay, so now that I've just prayed, I think we can start. I think I can start. Okay, so this is my brother's jacket, so it just looks very funny on me, but yeah. It's cold in his room. This is his room, by the way. This is his room. This is my brother's room. Shout out to him for going to sleep over at his friend's house so I can use his room. Woo! But yeah, getting into the crux of things. I think that's how you say it, the crux of things. One of my friends is probably going to box me if it's not crux of things, but anyway, let's get into the video. So basically this video today, I wanted to make about just my feelings, I guess, and where I'm at a little bit more. I wanted to get into where I'm at a little bit more. So firstly, I am, it's Sunday today, right? And Sundays, I don't know why, but they're days of like introspection, and they're days of like just thinking, you know, calming down, and I don't know, getting ready to just start the week, I guess. Though they say Sunday is the beginning of the week, but yeah. Basically, my Sunday today is the day that I decided to shoot. I didn't know when I was going to shoot this video again, another video, but today was just the day. I just decided today's going to be the day that I shoot another video. And for a while, literally the night after shooting the first video, I was trying to decide what I'm going to speak about for the next video and what this is going to look like, and you know, how far I can go, how I can help, what I can say, you know, I don't know. I've just been in my head a lot this week, or rather ever since shooting the first video, which was on Tuesday. So yeah, this is me basically low-key kind of saying that I figured out what I want to say to you guys. There's so much noise coming from the other side and I'm wondering what's going on. Anyway, ignore it. I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to try my best to ignore it. So yeah, first and foremost, I really hope that you guys have had a good week. I really hope that you enjoyed my previous video. I hope that you did enjoy my previous video, and I hope that you can tell me what I can improve on, because I will gladly take tips. I've been so nervous, guys. Like, Kinevas, man. I'm so nervous. I don't know why. And I think I'll get like less and less awkward by the video, but yeah, just I'm awkward. I mean, I'm nervous. Note that, please. And be kind to me. Like, let's be kind, you know, to Niesel. Yeah. So basically what I wanted to say is that I am unhappy. I've been unhappy this week. I'm not gonna lie. I've been thinking about like the not so nice things about what's happened in the past 2 years. Like I said, I've been figuring it out and I've been a little hopeless, and I've been, you know, just like, I don't know, like just a skepsela, man. I've just been so like a potato for the last 2 years, and I was thinking about the not so nice things that have changed in the past 2 years, right? In that time. So basically in 2019, I finished exams. I finished my Cambridge exams in May, June, right? And after that, in my head, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I thought I was going to do with my life. I don't know. Like, I don't know that I had a plan. And if you fail to plan, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And I think that's low key what happened. Like, I crashed, I just, after those exams. And my grandmother actually told me that, Wena, you're going to become lazy if you take this gap year. But I took that gap year, child. And honestly, it wasn't the best decision, but it also it wasn't, it was a decision I think I was meant to take to get to where I am right now. And I'm very happy with where I am right now. I'm very happy with what I want to do with my life and where I see my life going now. Um and I'm cool with it. Like, I'm cool with that, with ooh. Yo, I'm cool with the fact that ooh, okay, wait, let me just I'm cool. I'm okay with the fact that I've come to terms with the fact that I made that decision, to take gap year. Cool. So in my head, I think I was thinking, you are going to, it's getting hot in here now. You are going to finish these exams and then you are going to take this gap year. So May, June, that means in the next year, you will find what to do after that. Do you see how, like, there was no, cool. Anyway, I'm very different now, by the way, but there was no vision, there was no plan. And if you don't have a vision, if you don't have a plan, it's okay, right? But find one. Like, try, do something. That's basically what I'm trying to say in this video, so that you don't spend 2 years you see how I'm digressing, but don't spend 2 years of your life just, being a skip sailor. Don't spend 2 years of your life feeling hopeless and not knowing what's going on and where to go and, stuff like that. Don't do that. Try and, do things. But yeah, in that time, bro, I was going through the absolute most. Do you know the most? I was going through the most that year. I mean, yeah, I think those couple of months, the first 3 months, I was good because I just finished writing exams. I didn't want anything. Like, I didn't want to hear anything about anything. And that is exactly what your girl did. And it was cool and fun and all, you know. And then they were like, yo, girl, you need to get a job. So I got a job. And my aunt so lovingly, so graciously offered me a job. And it was good. It was good, but I learned what I don't like. And I learned just a little bit more about myself, which was cool. And then what did I do? And then what did I do? Yeah, there was something happened and I didn't work there anymore. And then I pretty much just didn't do much after that, which is bad, guys. Like, it's so bad because nothing happens in your life and you can't like look back on things and think on life and think, whoa, bro, you really did that. Because I didn't do much at all. And you get your aunts and your uncles and just other family members asking you a whole bunch of questions like, what are you doing now? What's going on? And honestly, I got to a point where I was just like, I don't want to see anybody. And that's what I literally just stayed at home. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to see anybody. I didn't want to, nothing was happening in dear child's life. And Looking back on it now, I actually feel so sad for myself. But like I said, very different times now, you know? Um, so yeah, in those 2 years, like I said, was just very hopeless. And I think I tried, um, where I could, and solely with God. Like, I prayed and I cried to him, and I spoke to him about every single thing I was feeling, I think. But I think I also got a little lost in the source. Like, I tried to keep God around me and I tried to keep God, like, in my life. But at the same time, there was also just so much happening in my world here on earth. There was so much happening with my friends. There was so much happening. Like, I had nothing to do, so I could do everything, if that makes sense. So I could party, I could visit friends, I could have them come over to me and um do whatever, keep myself busy. Um but I guess in retrospect that didn't really help me much. And it actually just got me a little lost in the world and got me a little lost in um just a lot. Which I think I will go into at some point. But basically, for this message, I just message here, for this video. I don't want to make it sound all deep and stuff, but for this video, I just wanted to say that I just wanted to get you a little bit clued up on why I'm figuring things out now and where it all comes from. So it basically came from that 2 years. But I think my parents, low-key, my mom specifically, found comfort in the fact that her life sort of went in this direction. You know, after graduating from high school, she didn't necessarily know what she was gonna do after that. And okay, maybe she did, right? And she just didn't like get into it immediately. So there was a bit of time in her life when that didn't happen. And but I know in her heart, like, she really just wanted to wanted me to be out there and do things. Like, I think any parent would not like to see their child just in the house, not necessarily doing anything, adding anything to their life. So yeah, I got the occasional lecture here and there. You know, we had conversations about, you know, if you don't have a plan, girl, you know, you're not necessarily going to get anywhere. And I got many questions from friends, family, even them. You know, they were like, okay, so what's happening now? And obviously you see people around you doing things. Like, you see people around you achieving things. You see people around you putting themselves out there, and I don't know, just doing stuff. Literally just a mere sleepover was the highlight of my week, and my cousin asking me to take her to bounce was the highlight of my week. And just little things like that that I don't think anybody really thinks about were the highlight of my week. It was sad. It was sad. I do feel sad for myself. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. And my friends would also ask me questions. They would also ask me, okay, so how are you? What's happening? Um, you know, stuff like that. And it was a little bit depressing. It was a little bit depressing. It was a little bit annoying. It was a little bit frustrating. Um, and that's, I think, the one thing that I've depended on God for like a really long time, just to tell me what's up, you know? But I've learned that it doesn't necessarily work that way. And this was very recently, in fact, learning that it doesn't necessarily work that way. I mean, God can tell you that He has a plan for you. God can tell you that um, He can promise you things. He does promise you things. There are promises for us. But it's up to us to tap into it. It's up to us to walk in it. It's up to us to seek and find. Um, and it definitely wasn't going to happen with me carrying on the way that I was, the way that I had been. Um, yeah, it wasn't just gonna fall into my lap, and I think in my heart of hearts, that's how I thought it would happen. You know, sometimes you pray to God and you are like, God, I would really like this, that, and the third to happen, or please help me with this, or whatever the case may be. You know, just you depend on God for whatever it is. And I've learned that it's very, very, it can't end there, you know? It doesn't, and like I said, it doesn't just fall into your lap. And God is the God of his promise. God is a God of promises. God is the person who keeps his promises, but he's not necessarily going to just hand it to you. He's not necessarily going to just abracadabra and it comes, you know. I think you in some way need to show that you're deserving of it, number one, and that you want it, and that you can work for it, and you need to, I don't know, give God something, meet God somewhere, you know. And I think that's why I'm here right now shooting this video, and that's why I've actually started this YouTube channel, because for a very, very long time in these 2 years, one thing that's been very big for me is figuring out what my purpose is. So in all of my confusion and all of my chaos and all of my lostness, I think in my head, in at the back of my head, I'd always had God with me, and he'd always been with me as well, and he'd always like whispered to me. There was nothing, it was never loud, it was never in my face, and I never even allowed it to be. I never allowed God to be loud. I never allowed God to be front and center. Nothing like that. But I knew I always loved him, and I knew I always wanted him to be around me, and I knew I always wanted to be around him in some way. I don't know, in some way. And that happened, I'm not gonna lie, like he was there, he has been there. I just didn't always allow him to take precedent. I didn't always allow God to be God for me. But now, like I said, child, everything's changing, okay? And now I feel like I just have it all under control. I feel like let me not say have it all under control, hey? But let me say I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring it out. And I'm learning. I'm learning day by day, step by step. I'm taking it. I don't know why I just messed that up. I'm totally Zulu. So yeah, I think I've kind of sort of lost my train of thought, but it like I said, it just doesn't work that way. It's not gonna work that way, and it'll never work that way. I don't know why, but it's also just it's a smart way of doing things. No mom is gonna give, or no father, no parent is gonna give their child absolutely everything they ask for and want. You know, they need to show, see, I can handle this thing. I deserve this thing. I can work for this thing, things like that. Then, you know, then you can have everything you want. And I think that's kind of sort of how it works. Obey, and then you get what you want. And honestly, you can get everything you want and more. Obviously, he's a God who thinks a lot bigger than we do. So a lot of the promises that he has for us are bigger than we can imagine them to be, you know. Yeah, and I entrust him with a lot of things now, because I don't necessarily have anything to lose, bro. I that's the direction I want my life to go. That's the direction in which I want my life to go. That's how I would like to see it happen. And that's also just because of my family more than anything. Like, I've seen the way things have worked for my parents, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins. Um, and that's spoken like volumes to me. Like, that's made me feel like, okay, this God thing works, this God guy does the things that make the things to be done. So um when I said use me in my previous video, it continues, and I'm excited to see where I go. I'm excited to see where God takes me, and I'm also just excited to see how I can help, how I can change things in my world a little bit, in the world a little bit. Um, I ain't about to tell you all my plans, but like I said, I'm just excited. I'm just very, very keen to just grow a lot more and be a little bit more obedient, listen, things like that. I think because I'm 20, I'd like to see where I'll be in like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 15 years from now. And this is like a recording of it all, like this is me documenting it all, literally. So God willing, this YouTube channel grows until I am 30. You will be able to see that God is real, and God is able, and God is the man that we all know him to be, the man that I know him to be, the man that my family knows him to be. Yeah, so stick around, bro. Stick around, dude it. Yeah. And I guess in closing, I hope you have a fabulous week. I hope that I become a lot less awkward, because this is a very frustrating situation. Like, I'm not an awkward person at all. I hope that sometimes I just remember to look into the camera, because I get lost sometimes in the room, and I feel like it's annoying to the person watching. So yeah. And tips, guys. I need tips. I need, like, you know, tips. Help the girl out. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a really, really great week. Yeah.